Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and I called you here today to talk about God of War Ragnarok. Now, I've gotten a lot of comments, a lot of feedback about this game. And man, let's take a minute to evaluate this game. More people have played this game, more people have beat it. It's selling really well. It's sold over 5.1 million copies, bundles included. So a lot of people are playing this game. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I literally went into this game with really high expectations. Like my expectations for this game were extremely high. And that's not a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. Good old Jim Ryan himself said, "Let the games speak for themselves." I don't I don't necessarily care as much about graphics as I used to. I just don't. Like God of War Ragnarok, yeah, it looks really shiny and really pretty on a 4K screen, but it still looks like the first game. Like it literally looks like the first game. And I'm having the exact same problem with God of War Ragnarok that I have with the first game now. I can play it for like 10 minutes and then I'm just like, oh, dude, I don't care about it. A lot of the argument coming from the people that say I'm wrong about my review are them telling me that no, you got to finish, you got to complete it 100%, and you got to do this and you got to do that. And no, I don't, man. No, I don't. That story had about 5, almost 6 hours of filler through that game, through the 19 hours and 23 minutes it took me to beat that and see the credits roll. There was about 6 hours of filler stuff in that campaign. Now, if you get on your PlayStation 5 and you let me see, do I have my PS5 plugged in? Let me plug my PlayStation in real fast. I want to make sure I give you the right video to get in there and watch so that you can understand why I was freaking pretty hyped for this game and why it didn't turn out to be what I expected. Oh, where's everybody at? Gosh dang it. Only 2 people want to talk about God. The only 2 people need a support group? Really? Really? Let me turn this on. I want to make sure I give you the right name of this video so that you can go on your PlayStation 5 and watch it and then tell me that I'm crazy, man. Like I don't feel like I'm crazy, man. I had really high expectations for this. It's called Shaping the Story. If you go under the God of War Ragnarok and you go down underneath it, or you just go to the store page or something, you can go and you can see this video. Watch the Shaping the Story one, and then tell me that I'm crazy, man. Like I expected. They said an epic freaking journey, and I expected an epic freaking journey. Like I expected that. What I got was a campaign full of filler that just felt smashed together, man. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. I'm just saying that I'm pretty disappointed about it. I am. I'm pretty disappointed about the way God of War Ragnarok turned out. I waited 5 years for this game to come out. I played through the first one. The first one was pretty decent. It was pretty good. I waited 5 years and paid $70 for a game that literally could have been a freaking DLC. Now, I didn't call it a DLC because it's in line with Sony first party, 15-hour or 5 to 25-hour, game time. Like it is. I don't understand the argument. Well, you got to play it 100%, man. You got to play it 100%. You got to do all the side quests. After I beat the game, I've went back in there 2 separate times now. I went back, well, actually 3 separate times now. I explored all of Svartalheim. I did all the side quests in Svartalheim. I went back to Midgard and ran around there looking at all that stuff, and it literally, I found a rainbow. And then I went to Vandenheim today, and dude, seriously, like 10 minutes after you beat the game, after end game, all of the enemies get ridiculously hard. Like they're just a lot harder than it was. Like the difficulty spikes all over in this game are so ridiculous. It's a really good game, but it's not better than the first one in my opinion. Platinum, LOL. Even if it's a DLC, it's not a bad thing. More God of War is a win. I'm not a Sony pony, but it's probably going to be Game of the Year. I don't think it's going to be well, dude. If they give this Game of the Year, man. Oh yeah, difficulty, and it's really frustrating. It's the camera, Andre. It's the camera and the way they chose to do the combat in this game that they really make it like more frustrating to play at harder levels than it is because I mean, I guess I'm not saying there's no depth to the combat whatsoever. I mean, because that would be untrue. That would be me trying to say that it's just a button masher. God of War Ragnarok is not necessarily a button masher, but it feels, because of the way the camera's set up, it makes it more frantic. Like you're trying to figure stuff out, but then you've got guys that go to the side of you or behind you, and it makes it hard for me because of the way the camera is. It makes it hard for me to plan my plan of action, how I'm going to deal with stuff. And then I run around feeling more frantic and not really focusing on the combat because I'm irritated by that camera, that it ruins the experience for me. So the combat, whether it's full of, whether it's really good or not, like there are some good things about it, but it really just makes the combat more irritating for me than it does actually help the game. My Game of the Year is still sitting at freaking Elden Ring. That's the Game of the Year right now for me, is Elden Ring. Elden Ring gave me every single thing I wanted. Challenge, adventure, explore, everything they said God of War was going to be, Elden Ring delivered in freaking spades. Literally in spades. My favorite game of all time is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Like, I love that game. I spent over 500 hours playing that game. I really love that game. Elden Ring has pretty much given me that in 3D form, and it's amazing. It's literally amazing. Elden Ring is more my game of a generation as opposed to just Game of the Year. But yeah, dude, it's my Game of the Year. Like, Elden Ring is my Game of the Year. That's the one I voted for on the Game Awards, is Elden Ring. What's up, Onyx? Dana Tonja. How's it going, my friend? Matthew Business, welcome back. I don't see God of War, but all right, let's compare and contrast. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a Viking story. It has the mythology stuff, like Thor, Odin, all of them guys are in that game. In the base game, the Dawn of Ragnarok DLC that also came out. I haven't finished the Dawn of Ragnarok. After this stream, I'm going to jump in there and I'm going to finish that before my because I bought a whole nother copy of Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PC so that I could start playing it on the PC. Jeff is a pony. Yeah. I'm not trying to, dude, if you guys love God of War, I'm not trying to change your mind. Like, I'm not trying to change your mind. But the comments that I get, and it's like, come on, man. Like, I got to make content, bro. I got to make content. I got to make content on that game. Like, I have to. I have to, man. I paid so much money for that game, for the whole PlayStation 5 experience altogether, and I don't play it enough to really recoup my money from getting from like enjoyment of playing it because I don't know, man. I guess I have these unrealistic expectations after playing other good games that are like really good, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Elden Ring. I'm like, dude, why can't Sony put out a game like this? They got that sweet Call of Duty money. Like they should be able to afford to make bigger games. I don't care, dude. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a beautiful game. Elden Ring is a beautiful game. Be honest, you kind of hate on Sony. Well, everybody hates on Sony. Kana's a good game. Kana Bridge of Spirits was pretty good. I really hope that you could care less about an award for a video game. Yeah, dude, I don't think anybody's really that hyped about God of War anymore. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just did not feel like you really feel like God of War Ragnarok. I mean, if you're a PlayStation fan or not, dude, I don't care. There's PlayStation fans in this community. Like I get that. Like I get it. I honestly, man, if I had to rate a game from PlayStation this year, I think Horizon Forbidden West would be my pick of the year for and I already made a video on that. Dude, Horizon Forbidden West is a much better experience than God of War Ragnarok. I liked Horizon Forbidden West better. But then again, I like open world games more. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Evil West is so freaking similar to God of War that I can't even finish it, man. Like I've already hit my max in the God of War frustration that trying to play. I mean, like Evil West isn't as frustrating as God of War, but it's still kind of yeah, dude. It's got the same camera, same annoying freaking things that go on that game. Maybe I'm getting too old, but it grieves me to pay $20 for a game these days. I always buy them on sale, never full price. They are not worth it. I don't know, man. I think that kind of has a lot to do with it too. I don't know, man. I think gaming in general is just kind of fallen by the wayside, to tell you the truth. Why do you guys think I've been trying to get into these RTS games a lot more? I'm just not. I take Kana over Stray any day. Yeah, for real, man. Kana has a jump button, man. Kana has a jump button. Kana was a fun game, man. I beat that one. Took me about a year to beat it, but I finally beat it, and I thought, yeah, this is a good game. I think I beat it like a year after it came out, man. It came out in what, August, and I beat it in August. That's so bad, dude. That's so bad. Sometimes it just takes a minute to get through these games, man. It's the AAA game industry, not the game. I agree with that, man. We have these expectations for these AAA games, and like a game like God of War, like it's a short game. I mean, I guess you could stretch it out, but let's be honest, man. I wasn't feeling the side quest, man. I was not feeling it. I guess people are telling me that in Vanaheim you can go and fight dragons and stuff, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I sat in there for a few minutes, and I couldn't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Gaming studios to make their own gaming engines, in my opinion, too many games play this. Exactly. A lot of games are Unreal Engine now. I'm playing this game on PC right now. It's called Frozen Flame. Like this game is it looks exactly like a Fortnite game because it's got the Fortnite. And I mean, I like it. I like the game. It's a survival game. I like it. If it wouldn't have been for Grounded, I would have never even tried to play this game. And it's kind of cool. There's a story to it. I was having some fun. I put a video up today. How dare you talk about RTS and you haven't tried StarCraft, the king of. Yeah, I will. I will download it, man. When it comes to those, I want like really pretty graphics, man. If I get into them, I'm struggling with some of the ones that I got right now too. I mean, I want to try to get into RTS, but every time I play them, dude, I lose interest pretty quick. I lose interest pretty quick. Oh, dude, I don't want any more God of War games. They've already destroyed Kratos for me, man. They already turned him into a whiny old dude with an annoying teenage kid, man. I'm over God of War, bro. I am. Like this God of War killed it for me. I will probably I don't think I'll buy another God of War game unless Kratos comes back to like being like Kratos and not some mopey old freaking whiny dude that's like, oh, I care about family and stuff. I didn't buy the game to get a freaking a lesson in parenting that I'm already. I mean, I got teenage kids, man. I deal with that every single day. I don't care if like, oh gosh, it's so heart touching and stuff like that. I didn't buy God of War to be a freaking soft, heart filled video game. Like I didn't. I bought God of War to be a God of War, man. Like you know what I mean? Oh, how old it is, Blizzard. Don't miss Frog. The campaign is incredible. All right, man. I will download it. What's a card against StarCraft? Yeah, he's way too in touch with his feelings now, man. Then God of War, the next God of War, he'll be knitting sweaters, bro. I'm like, well, come on, really? And people, this game is a masterpiece. I'm like, no, dude, it's not a masterpiece, man. It completely is so far left field from what God of War is that I don't know, man. I'm a little bit frustrated about it. I'm actually really frustrated about it. The more I think about it, the more I play it, the more I get in there. Like, dude, I've never been so repulsed from a game than I am like God of War Ragnarok, man. I just don't have no desire to play it. It's God of War has done something to me since I played it. God of War has done something to me, dude. I'm more frustrated that I don't have a Ubisoft game to play right now. So I bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla on PC too. And so I could keep playing that one. That's so bad. That's so bad. But my save carries over to all three of them. So it doesn't matter. I'm still right in the same place. I was actually contemplating replaying Assassin's Creed Valhalla until Witcher 3 comes out, man, because I think those are the only two games that are really going to save me from the feelings I have right now, man, because I'm pretty messed up over this whole God of War Ragnarok thing, man. He's gonna fix waffles for the cat. No, I think Devil May Cry aged better than God of War. Oh yeah, dude, Devil May Cry, the one that Ninja Theory built, way better combat, way better camera, dude. It's just such a better freaking cooler game. I bought that one on PC. I'm like, wow, this is pretty good. The new Devil May Cry, not so much, not so much, man. I like the way Ninja Theory took Devil May Cry. I do like Devil May Cry 5. I don't get me wrong, like I do like it. I was able to play through that and have some fun with it, but my whole thing with Devil May Cry 5 is I would have rather played as Dante through the whole game than having to play as Nero. Like I don't really care about Nero too much, and I don't really care about the other guy. Like really don't care about the other guy. I hate it. I hate how they split it up with different characters and make you go through like half of the story. Like I don't like that about Devil May Cry 5. When you play Devil May Cry, the one that Ninja Theory did, that game was way cool. Combat wise though, yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to pull off some of the combos and stuff on that game for sure. That camera in God of War, man, it breaks everything for me. What's up, Jake? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm struggling with gaming right now, guys. I am, man. I'm playing so many different games and I just can't. We are going to cover. I am going to play Callisto Protocol, but I'm buying that on PC. I'm not even going to worry about getting it on the consoles. The it just I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to have to play it at 30 frames a second. I don't want to play it at 1080p. I want to just be able to play it. No, you're not being ignored, Potato Man. It was just a potato. I will. How are Shay? What's up, Travis? How you doing, man? Yeah, Vampire Survivors is a great game too. It's just, dude, there's so much to choose from that you just I don't want to look at PlayStation games as like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna eat that because it's quality. No, dude, I want a video game for my $70. I want a video game. Oh, you asked about Evil West? Evil West, yeah, I just quit playing it, dude. I don't even care. I'm to this I got to this oh gosh, what's it called? It's like a mining town, and I'm doing all these like little puzzles to like push freaking train carts and turn on power so I can get in a train cart. And dude, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I gave away a code for Vampire Survivors. I know, it was such a good one. Guarantee you I'll get like 100 hours of playtime off. See, Vampire Survivors is a good game. It's one of those experiences that like the gameplay loop is so good in that yeah, you can get lost in there for a long time. It is pretty good. I've been playing Battlefield 2042. It's gotten a lot better. I was thinking about downloading that on PC and checking it out. My biggest problem with Battlefield 2042 is I really wish it had a campaign. Love the new map. I haven't even tried the new map. I have not even tried it. I have not tried it, but I signed up for EA Play Pro on PC, so I will be playing the Need for Speed. I don't know if it's going to give me access to Dead Space. That's going to make me pretty mad if I don't get to play Dead Space on that I'm going to be mad. Ooh, I might check it out. I think different bullets or some of them didn't do any damage. It was really annoying. Yeah, his new season just came out. Yeah, I wanted a single player campaign for that game. I paid $100 for that, man, and I don't play multiplayer enough to where that's a good buy for me, man. Which one, Evil West or yeah, Evil West? I'm probably not going to finish Evil West anytime soon, man. Like I don't care to play it at 30 frames a second, and I'm not gonna buy another copy on the PC just to play it. Like I don't care about that game enough. It'll be like $10. Maybe when it drops to like $10 on Steam, I'll buy it again. Battlefield 4 campaign on max setting. This game is new game for I actually did download that and played it. It looks incredible. Very, very beautiful. It is a new game. It's what I love about PC, man. I can go back and I can play all those old games and they're literally freaking beautiful. Everything that you looked at and like all the textures and everything make it look like, I'm like, wow, dude. Like consoles last generation were so far behind. It's not even funny, man. Trying to play those games at like 720p or whatever when they first came out. Wasn't that one 900p on Xbox and maybe 1080p on PlayStation? Yeah, dude. It was so bad, but now it looks all, you can run it in 4K with high settings and everything. It's just so incredible, man. It looks so good. That's like the biggest win for PC for me is being able to go back and like acquire some of these older games, like something like, so we were talking about it a minute ago. Devil May Cry, the one Ninja Theory made, going back and playing that game at native 4K with max settings. Oh my gosh, that game is beautiful. Older ones, when you max settings, almost looks like a different game. They do. They look a lot different. They look a lot better. I'm like, wow, man. Like I went through all of last generation buying these upgraded consoles, and then I play those same games on my PC at max settings, and I'm like, wow, dude, we leave a lot for a bunch of console dudes that are like, oh my gosh, I love me graphics, man. We're like, we leave so much on the table by playing these games on PC, man. It's not even funny, man. And that is true. Low graphics settings on a lot of these PC games look better than some of these games. On PC, it's $60. Callisto Protocol is a $70 game if you want the next gen version, but it's $60 on PC. But it is built on Unreal Engine, so it's probably going to have that compilation stutter stuff. Game Pass till the 19th of September. Nice, nice. The Steam Deck, 360, early Xbox One, X1 gen games look amazing. Oh yeah. Yeah, those early the Xbox One games, man, they do like I've got Rise Son of Rome on PC. Playing that game at like max settings at 120 frames a second. It's beautiful. It is really beautiful. Like it holds up good to what they're putting out these days, man. Emulators. Someday I'll get into that. Someday I'll get into some emulators. Maybe go back and do some of the like the PlayStation 2 games. Oh, also pick up Sonic Frontiers. Nice, nice. You liking that Gotham Knights, Louis? I think it's a good game. I think Gotham Knights was pretty decent. I really did like that. I like how I like the freedom of open world games more than I like the linear. I'm just not really into linear story games as much anymore. Dude, I can't even finish freaking Plague Tale Requiem. I can't even finish that game. How the heck did I sit through all of God of War Ragnarok, man? Like I said during the review, man, I just kept waiting for something bigger to happen, for something amazing to happen, and it just never did. Also, Battlefield 5 looks incredible with RT Max settings. I'll check that one out too. Seen a lot of sell of Ragnarok on offer up Facebook now. Oh yeah, you're gonna get a lot of them freaking those digital cards that come with those PlayStations. So everywhere I went yesterday for Black Friday, they all had PS5 in stock. Everywhere. Walmart had PS5s in stock. They didn't have any Xbox Series X's. The only place that had Xbox Series X was GameStop, and they had 2 left, and they had a whole pile of PlayStation 5s. So I'm wondering if Xbox actually got enough stock out, or if they or something, because everywhere I went, they had Xbox Series S and they had PlayStation 5s, but no Series X's. Series X's were sold out. I beat the game with Robin first. I played through the whole game as Robin, and then after you beat it, you can use all the other characters in their night outfit in end game. So then you can play around with the rest of them throughout. Like you can keep playing. Gotham Knights has got a really decent Gotham Knights has got a pretty decent end game loop. So I don't know. I would probably just stick to one main character and max them out and then go back after an end game. Don't do any of the side bosses or any of that stuff, Louis. Play through the campaign first, like build your character up doing the crimes, solving the crimes during the nights, and then go through the campaign. That's what I did. And then after, now I'm running around exclusively as Batgirl, and it's been pretty fun. RCPS3 will play your games at 4K 60 frames. So wait, you got to buy some other little weird thing. Microsoft pushing the SS because it's digital and cheaper. I feel like they need to get more Series X's out there though too, man. Because the other day, like while I was at GameStop, man, I saw that kid trading in a freaking Series S. He was trading in a Series S. He'd already bought a PlayStation 5 a little bit earlier in the day or something, and then he brought a Series S in so that he could get God of War Ragnarok. Because I guess he was saying something about he didn't get the God of War Ragnarok bundle. So he was trading that in, and I was like, dang, dude. I was like, are you sure you want to do that? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right, man. Well, I didn't try to talk him out of it. You know, that's not my job. I'm not there to, I mean, this kid was like 18 or 19. Obviously he was paying for this stuff himself. His parents weren't with him or anything like that, but it's just funny, man. It's like, dude, these games are so overhyped that people make these split decisions because of FOMO, you know, like fear of missing out. They don't want to do it. They don't want to miss out on it. So they trade off something like their Series S, thinking that, yeah, man, I got a PS5. It's going to get me through. And I'm like, dude, next year's going to be pretty rough for PS5, man. They're going to have a lot of focus on the PSVR 2. You're going to get maybe a couple games that are that are, like, I mean, Spider-Man 2, of course, you'll get like some of the other third-party games and stuff like that. But when it comes to when it comes to PlayStation first party, yeah, you basically got Insomniac that's probably ready to put out that. I don't think that I don't think Sucker Punch is going to be ready with their project next year. I don't. Maybe Naughty Dog gets out the maybe Naughty Dog can get out, like the that spin-off, that multiplayer spin-off for The Last of Us. Maybe they can do that. What else? I mean, like Sony Santa Monica, I definitely don't think they're putting out anything next year. Days Gone developer, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna have anything next year. I feel like next year is gonna be mostly a third party exclusive PlayStation year, aside from maybe Spider-Man 2 and maybe they got something else, maybe. But it seems like most of their big push next year is going to be for PSVR 2. So I feel like that's going to be a little bit interesting, man. So I wish that kid would have kept his Series S, because he's going to have a whole lineup of Xbox games. I do believe that Xbox is possibly going to shadow drop an exclusive this next month. I think they'll announce it like Game Awards or something and then drop it. But I just can't decide if it's going to be Hellblade 2 or if it's going to be something else. I know, we haven't seen any gameplay. But I think that the closest one that I think would be ready would be Hellblade 2. Well, High on Life, of course, is coming out. I got the Switch and the Series S, and I'm okay waiting for Crisis Core. See, I was thinking about covering Crisis Core on the channel, but I don't know. I don't know. It's probably going to look just like Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that's like not good enough for me now. Nice. Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Mad Max. Nice. Those are good games too. I should buy Metal Gear Solid 5 on PC. No, not much. We're just complaining about Ragnarok not hitting my unrealistic expectations for Sony PlayStation first party games. I don't know, man. I thought for sure that game was going to be a lot bigger. I learned by my mom contacting PS support when I was 15, 16 that you a kid below 18, you need a special account which can play games with a higher rating but only offline. Huh. It's $5 on PC. Maybe I'll pick it up. I don't think I'll go back through it again, but definitely I would love to see that at 4K with like max settings and see how that works out. How is the port for that? Is it a good port? It's been on PC a decade ago with mods. I know. I'm glad that we're getting it. I'm excited about the camera. I want to see how that's going to feel. I feel like that combat's going to be a little bit frustrating though, if with the camera like that, but I want to see it. I love the choice. You can have that zoomed in camera or you can have the zoomed out camera. You get that with Assassin's Creed Valhalla too. You can have the zoomed in camera, you get the zoomed out camera. It's pretty cool. Update 2. I bought it and never played it. Yeah, I'm going to play through that game again. Ragnarok is fine as far as a game goes, but it's just a direct sequel and it's no evolution really. They didn't really add much or build it other than a narrative for a few characters. Pretty much. I felt it was pretty underwhelming. It was pretty underwhelming compared to what my expectations were for it. Yeah, I would say it was pretty underwhelming. And people are wondering, like, why are you so against it, Brug? Why do you hate God of War and its graphics? I don't hate the graphics. The graphics looked fine, dude. I've already seen those graphics though, man. I have God of War on PC. Like I've already seen those graphics. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you play God of War 2018 on PC and it looks good, man. Kana looked boring to me. Kana is actually pretty good. Kano was actually a pretty good movie. We're still crying about Ragnarok to Xbox fanboys. There's some PlayStation fanboys in here. You're here. Oh, you didn't pick it up? I think Kano would be all right for you. I thought it was all right. About PS partly because I got them an Xbox. Oh, I see. Played Ragnarok myself. Nice. So addicted to Vampire Survivors. You beat Ragnarok already? Nice, nice. I am gonna try to finish the what's it called today? Dawn of Ragnarok today on the PC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Cause that's a better game. Good alternative to Pokemon, but on PC or Xbox. There's one coming out for Xbox. I don't remember what the freaking name of it was going to be, but Junior was excited about it. His videos with the MSI Afterburner on the side of the screen, like a true PC. Yeah, I got it all up there. Got to play games like the PC guys do, man. Turn it all on. I'm gonna probably stop. I don't know, man. Like I want to do like the benchmark things, but I bought another. Oh, why was it Best Buy yesterday? I got me another SSD for my PC as well. Yeah, you definitely need to get Valhalla while it's on sale right now for sure. Valhalla is such a big, huge game. I'm like, really, man? I get all that content for $60, and then I don't like seriously, man. When I played through Valhalla Ragnarok, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, 6 hours of filler content in the campaign. When I played through Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I was like, oh my gosh, this game is freaking incredible. And I gave Valhalla an 8.5, guys. I gave Valhalla an 8.5. I gave God of War Ragnarok an 8. Do you really feel like I'm being that biased towards like God of War Ragnarok? Like seriously, man, I love freaking Valhalla, but I gave it an 8.5, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, I know, Onyx. I might stream. No, I'm going to play it on the PC, so I won't be able to stream it. Well, I guess I could stream it at like 1080p or 720p. I'll stream it at 360p for you. I'm just joking. I don't have the time for huge games. Man, I love them huge games. So if we imagine a core ABK goes to, I'm not talking about the ABK deal. I don't even care. I'm more interested in Xbox actually putting some freaking games out, man. It's a great game. Just yeah, I don't think it's a masterpiece. It's all right. I mean, I gave it an 8. I thought that was fair. Having to play as the kid that really didn't do anything for me, to be completely honest with you. Disappointment of this year. I got the Atari 50th anniversary collection, biggest mistake ever. God of War Ragnarok is probably my biggest disappointment by far. Pick it up. Love Norse mythology. Their Thor to be a big dumb baby in God of War. Yeah. Well, just in the base game, holy moly, you will see Thor, you will see Odin, you will see Freya, Tyr. All of those characters are in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I feel like they just did it better. I feel like Valhalla did it better with the mythology stuff than God of War Ragnarok, man. Yeah, I mean Thor and Valhalla is a little bit slimmer. He's not a big brutish beast, so get out of it unless you're just doing it for the content. But you love seeing like how well the games are running at first. Yeah, I'm playing that. I've been turning the frame counter off for the most part when I play the games. I don't leave it on there. Only when I'm making a video I'll turn it on. Plague Tale sequel is 40 FPS. I don't understand that since the first one was 60 FPS. Yeah, it should be higher, but dang man, it's pretty heavy on PC too, Matthew. Do you love the fire rainbow? No, dude, that right there kind of pushed me over the top. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude. A fire rainbow in Ragnarok? Really? Like, come on, man. Do they have to like cram that garbage into everything they do nowadays? It's like, really, man? Really? I mean, gosh. Accurate to his North. Yeah, he is. He is actually. I mean, a lot of the stuff they did in there is pretty accurate, like for the most part, a lot of it is accurate. Like that's true. Then after, let me check it out. The game is running very good. Norse didn't get their justice as much as the Greeks did in God of War. The Norse were too low powered, same as Kratos. Yeah, I do feel like I said, man, it just kind of feels rushed. I was waiting for some epic thing and it just never happened. It was like a lot of standing by a fire talking, man. Hey guys, how you doing? Seriously, what is up with the fire rainbow? Dude, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, bro, they got to stick all that stuff in everything. Dawn of Ragnarok is the We Got Ragnarok at home version. There's a reason you haven't beat it yet. Just because I've been covering a lot of other stuff. Asked the Red Dragon on Twitter how old he was, and he blocked me. 13 and a half. If Hellblade 2, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly right now, dude. If Hellblade 2 plays as a linear experience like the first game, it's gonna depend on like the combat and the story. If it's just like the first game, which was kind of a walking simulator, I mean I'll play it and see how it is, but there's a good chance I might not finish it. We're playing Sonic Frontiers now. Sonic Frontiers is such a good game. What I don't like is the 1 minute they can knock each other 100 feet in the air with a one punch, and then the other time they punch. Exactly, dude. It's such a. Oh. Oh man, that first fight with Thor was so freaking watered down, dude. It just did not have the same impact as the Stranger fight, Balder from the first game, dude. That first game, that fight was so freaking that first fight with Balder in God of War 2018 was literally the epic that was pretty epic for that game, and it really did set in motion like this expectation for the God of War. And dude, God of War Ragnarok fell so flat from the first game, it's not even funny. It's not even funny, man. Like everybody, I know a lot of people are really, really happy with the pretty visuals. Like, okay, I understand you're happy, man, but it is a pretty game. Yeah, it is a pretty game. 1080p. Ragnarok is a great game. It's just not a masterpiece like they hoped it would be. Hear anyone hyping up Plague Tale Requiem, but that game just hits different. Yeah, I mean Plague Tale Requiem. I'm what 5-6 hours into it, and I just can't seem to finish it, man. Like I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm less likely to be. I don't know, man. I guess I'm kind of just moving away from the linear story type games, man. I'm just not feeling them like I used to, man. Just not feeling them like I used to. I used to be able to just sit here and play them and be like, oh yeah, and get into them. And like I understand the excitement that a lot of people have for God of War Ragnarok. I'm a Ubisoft fanboy. Ubisoft games really got me through gaming last year. They really did. Frog, you play a lot of them though. I don't. Yeah. I don't know, man. You're right. You're right. I understand like everybody's excitement for God of War. Don't get me wrong. Like I understand it. I understand how a lot of people can look at that game and be like, "Oh, this is a masterpiece." For me though, man, I just had these apparently unrealistic expectations. I was the only one. Sony don't make games for anymore, just movies. I It's been that way for a long time, dude. They've killed off so many of my favorite franchises, man. Motorstorm, SOCOM, Sly Cooper. They've just gotten rid of so many of them. You know, Siphon Filter, like games that I grew up with loving and stuff. They got rid of so many of those games that like everything is just like this movie experience now. You know, they're always trying to push the visuals and not the gameplay and not the experience. And I mean, I don't know, man. Like I bought, what's up, Rich P? How's it going? There might be God of War spoilers in this, Rich P. So don't get mad if we talk about spoilers. Sad face. Ridge Racer. Well, that's Namco. Ridge Racer might be coming back. I heard something that we might be getting another Ridge Racer game. You buy all the games day one and have saturated them for yourself. That's the problem. Probably. Steam Deck. I'm probably gonna end up getting a Steam Deck sometime next year. I'll finish paying off my PC here in a couple months, and then I'll probably get a Steam Deck. I think the fact that those games we want Sony to keep making don't really sell. Well, then I mean, there's no reason to really have a PlayStation, man, because those are the games that brought me into their ecosystem. And if they're not going to make them to me, then like, what use do I have for a weaker console? You know what I mean? If I got a Series X and a PC, what use do I have for a PlayStation 5 if they're not going to make the games that I want to play? You know what I mean? Microsoft to make a sequel to Banjo Kazooie, but yeah, dude, I get that. You know, people begging for stuff that just ain't there. But you know, right now, Sony needs SOCOM. Sony definitely needs SOCOM. Sell the PS5, it's garbage. I'm gonna give them this generation. I'm not in no hurry to sell my PlayStation 5. I'll give them this generation. Apparently, there's a lot of third party games I'm gonna have to buy on it because Sony can't freaking Sony can't seem to keep people interested in a PlayStation 5 without making sure other people don't get to play games. Callisto Protocol, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty gory game for sure. They gave past the Pentiment, they'd be willing to do Banjo. Yeah, I think they should be able to do Banjo Kazooie. Well, Game Pass makes it more of an option to keep some of those games. That's why I really like it. I really like it because we might be able to get some of those games. I want Ninja Theory to make a sequel of Demon. Those third parties are on PC day one. Well, then I'll be buying them on PC day one. But here's the thing, man. The God of War director, the one that just screwed up freaking God of War Ragnarok, now wants to do a Castlevania game, and I'm like, no, dude, look what you did to God of War Ragnarok, and now you want to be freaking Castlevania's friend? I would much rather From Software build Castlevania. That would be my first choice for a new Castlevania game. Small team, but maybe the Siphon Filters and Banjo Kazooies ain't gonna sell millions. Well, that's all Sony cares about is them millions of selling games. They don't care about the fan base anymore. They care more about the money, and it sucks because the more and more they refuse to make the games I want and keep forcing me to buy stuff like well, they're not forcing me to buy anything anymore. I'm really to the point where I don't know if I'm going to buy any more PlayStation games unless they're PlayStation 5 only. Even what Sony money hats off to other platforms, I don't care, like Final Fantasy. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I guess there's the older gamers like myself, Shaq, that grew up with PlayStation 1s, and you know what I mean? Like, I just don't feel like PlayStation cares about what I like anymore. I mean, you can try to trumpet PlayStation's like, well, whatever, like however you want, man. But I'm telling you, man, I don't have I don't really have an issue with PlayStation though. I don't care. I mean, look at this, man. I bought my PC a new controller. I got me a purple freaking DualShock, man, DualSense, so that I can play my PlayStation games on my PC. You know what I mean? Actually, I okay. So here's the thing, man. A PlayStation controller is literally necessary if you have a PC. Because let's face it, dude, games like Dark Souls and stuff like that play a lot better on a PlayStation controller, and the Xbox controller is good for racing and shooter games. So yeah, dude, a PS5 controller is essential. And I figured purple would be because I love that purple, man. That freaking purple is so beautiful. You just literally have to see this at home in your own hands. Like this is so beautiful, man. It is so beautiful. It looks really good. PlayStation 1 through 3 and enjoyed those games, but believe all you want is a nostalgia trip. You can play every PlayStation game you want on your PC. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got the blue PS5 controller and the gray army camo one. I've decided I'm going to get the purple covers for my PS5. I'm not writing PlayStation 5 off yet. I'm not because I know that Sucker Punch and Naughty Dog and Insomniac are going to make some amazing games this generation. I really wish that Sony would put their games day and date on PC, though. That would help a lot. 30 FPS motion blur is great in Evil West. I quit playing it. I played it for a little while today. I did play Evil West for a little while today, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not. I don't. Dude, I like open world games better. I do. I like open world games a lot better than I do the linear story experience now, guys. And that's fine. Like I've just kind of grown out of them, and I really wanted God of War Ragnarok to be this epic adventure, but I don't know, man. I don't know why it didn't freaking hit me that like I don't know. I don't know. I'm not biased. Like I don't feel like I'm super biased. I mean, obviously I am a little biased. And if anything, I'd say I'm more biased toward PlayStation games than anything else, but I don't know, man. I know you're not writing off PS5. You play some of their games, enjoy them, you give them a hard time. You say how much you enjoy them, and the cycle goes on. I know. It's like a circle, man. It's like a circle. Hey, Frog, you make any Black Friday purchases? Just that controller and another SSD for my PC. That's all I bought. I just don't go out. I buy everything I want day one when it comes out. I was sitting there buying that title of this stream. Made me jump in. I'm laughing so hard. I don't care about no folks' feelings. I really don't, man. Like I care about my feelings. I care about my feelings with the game that I paid $70 for. Doc Dark, Doc Dark, you're smart. Don't pay $70 for that game, dude. And if Junior wants it, tell him no, man. Wait till it's half price. You could probably get on Aniba right now and buy one of them cards that came with those PlayStation 5s. You could probably get a good deal on it. I don't know, man. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it didn't do what I wanted it to do for me. And that's okay, man. I don't have to love it. I don't have to love it. I mean, it was fine. Obviously, it was playable. I played through the whole campaign, but yeah, my PS5 Ghost of Tsushima is an amazing game. Don't really care for Returnal. Ratchet and Clank was all right. And you need to play Horizon Forbidden West, Tara. And tell me, play through Horizon Forbidden West, Tara, and tell me if you feel like that one is a better game than God of War Ragnarok. because I gave Horizon Forbidden West a 9. I gave Assassin's Creed Valhalla an 8.5, and I gave and I gave God of War Ragnarok an 8, man. So I don't know. You got Horizon Forbidden West. Okay, well, play through that game and then tell me if you feel like I'm crazy. I like the freedom of Horizon Forbidden West a little bit more. Play it on a 1440p monitor. Now that it's all fixed, it's a lot better too. Oh yeah. I really like Horizon Zero Dawn. Still didn't grab me as much, but I only played it for a couple of hours. That is the biggest problem with Horizon Forbidden West is the story. The story is actually decent throughout the middle of the game. I mean, like the beginning of it's not too bad, but I don't know, like the way they invent it. I don't know. I mean, the story is a little bit kind of all over the place, but to me, it felt more like a little more epic. Like it hit a little bit harder than God of War Ragnarok, man. I don't know. Decided to get back into Horizon Forbidden West. I'll have come out. It'll have come out on PC, and then I'll play it there. I know. He likes Horizon because it's a higher quality Ubisoft game. There we go. It is Forgotten West. Like nobody else talks about it, bro. Nobody talks about Horizon Forbidden West, dude. It literally is forgotten. It is. It's forgotten, and God of War pretty much just killed it. So thank you, PlayStation fanboys, for overhyping the game to the point where oh boy, burn that game. Yeah, Elden Ring destroyed it, and God of War just God of War was the nail in the final nail in the coffin. Deathloop or God of War again. I'd rather play Deathloop. It's amazing though. Good job, Gorilla. Story, not so much. The visuals are probably the best example of cross-gen game. That hurt Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, pretty much. Should have made the game with real dinosaurs instead of yeah, for real, huh? Xbox paid for acquired the Metal Gear Solid IP. I don't think that's going to happen, man. You'd be more likely. I think that the Japanese companies would definitely sell over to Sony before anything. How's it going, Michael? How you doing, man? I did have a good Thanksgiving. It was great. Deathloop is a fun game. I mean, like you asked me which one I'd rather play. I'd probably rather play Deathloop, to be completely honest with you, man. Like to if you asked me if I wanted to play through God of War Ragnarok again or just play Deathloop, I feel like I'd rather play Deathloop. I'm not trying to be mean. I just we have no sales numbers. God of War 5.1. Sony isn't bragging about the numbers. Yeah. They're bragging about the numbers of God of War because they want people to go out and buy it more, and they got so much stock. Everywhere I went for Black Friday, Target, GameStop, Walmart, and Best Buy, every single one of them had God of War Ragnarok bundles for sale. Every single one of them. Every one of them. GameStop had 2 Xbox Series X's, but all of them also had Xbox Series S. So the highest sold consoles this Black Friday are probably going to be PS5 and Xbox Series S because I don't think there was a lot of stock for Series X. 2 consoles at 4 stores, and the rest of them all had basically unlimited supply of PlayStation 5s. Like every single one of them, I'm like, yeah, can I get a PS5? And they're like, oh, would you like the digital or the? And I was like, nah, never mind. I'm good. I'm just, I was just trying to see how many you got. And then, yeah, dude, everybody had them. Everybody had PlayStation 5. So I feel like there's going to be a pretty big push. And every single one of them were the God of War Ragnarok bundle. Every single one of them. They had, I mean, Best Buy had an unlimited freaking supply of them at my local Best Buy at everywhere. There was just so many PlayStation 5s. So there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to put like another 5 million God of Wars up there on those sales numbers. Yeah. Frog, funny thought, but won't imagine and won't happen. Imagine if Xbox Kojima overdose game really is Metal Gear Solid 6. That would be cool, but let's just put it this way: like Konami owns that, and unless Kojima has like found a way to like be friendly with them again, I don't know. Because I mean, like seriously, in Metal Gear Solid 5, every single mission you'd beat, it would say created by Hideo Kojima, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man! It was like he was like really really mad or something. Because it's not my place to tell him what to do. It's not my place. He wanted to trade a Series S for God of War. Do it, man. Handle that. Handle that. Because the reason why I didn't is because I could see how happy he was to get God of War. Like I could see that, and I'm not a jerk, you know. I mean, like, but I mean that's a lesson that he's going to learn because next year all of them Xbox games are going to drop. They're going to drop a lot of games, and the first of the year for PlayStation, you're gonna have Forspoken. you're gonna have you're gonna have PSVR 2, and then sometime I'm pretty sure they're gonna hold Spider-Man all the way till the end of the year. That's just what they're gonna do. That's gonna be their banger for the end of next year. It'll be their Christmas holiday game, whatever. But then you're gonna have like your third party games, like your Final Fantasy 16 will probably launch. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Did they say Rebirth was coming out next year? If they did, yeah, you'll have those two games that'll be launching. So I mean, Project Eve or whatever they changed the name to, like you're gonna have a pretty decent lineup of games for PS5. But you're also gonna be getting some much wanted, Xbox exclusives that are going to be just as much play as anything the PlayStation's going to launch next year. I feel like next year is going to be a little bit weaker in terms of like um I don't know, man. I feel like next year is when we're going to start getting our true next gen only games. So I feel like it's going to be they're going to be a little bit they're going to be rough. They're going to be rough, guys. They are going to be rough. I mean, we saw a couple of them this year. We got some, Plague Tale Requiem. We got some Gotham Knights, stuff like that. But I think we're going to see an interesting experience next year. Spider-Man 2 over Starfield. Maybe, maybe. I don't know. I'll tell you what, man. My whole experience with PlayStation 5 has been one and done, bro. One and done. $70, one and done. I still play a lot of the Xbox games that I bought from the beginning of this generation. I was literally just playing Flight Simulator the other day. I was playing Forza Horizon 5 last night or the night before. I was playing Halo last week. No, I played there was a couple games that I played more than once on the PlayStation 4. I played God of War twice. I played Uncharted 4 twice. I played um maybe that was it. And I played The Last of Us 2 one and a half times. So I wouldn't say that it was completely one and done, but I played a pretty good amount of Ghost of Tsushima. And if they put it on PC, I probably will buy that one again, but I'm hoping that we'll at least get a higher resolution texture pack for it. Spider-Man is good on the PC. Spider-Man is incredible on the PC. Both Miles Morales and freaking Spider-Man 2018 was mid. I did. I played the game twice. I played it when I first bought it because me and my friend at work, we had this thing going that we would play through it, twice or whatever. And we did. We both completed it twice. Spider-Man 2 at the end of 20. Before I started this channel though, I had a lot more time to play video games. now I gotta, play video games and make content and stuff like that. So I had a lot more time to do that. But do you like Forza Horizon 4 or 5 map better? I like five's map a lot better because of the roads. The roads are a lot more consistent for high-speed cars. But I do like Forza Horizon 4 as well. I like them both. I think Fortune Mountain is probably, or Fortune Island was pretty good in 4. Everything is mid. Hey, what's up, Delusions of Grandeur? Everything PlayStation makes is mid, bro. What are you talking about? It's just fodder. It's PlayStation 5 fodder. It's just pretty graphics fodder. Tech demos. Diablo 2 looks. Even Horizon Zero Dawn is better than Horizon Forbidden West. What's your favorite Xbox story or characters? That's a good question. I've already said a million times on this channel that the Forza series is my favorite Xbox first party property. Gears of War, it's pretty good. Halo Infinite was all right. I definitely, with the way the PlayStation fanboys talk about Xbox games, I really expected them to be a lot worse, but I went into those with pretty low expectations, so they turned out okay. Forbidden West, yeah, but I've heard the same from others who played it. Yeah, the story, the first game was incredible, man. Like PlayStation 4 was an amazing console with amazing first party games. Like they were great. When you get to 3 times over 4 years trying really hard to like it, couldn't see what the hype was. Oh man. Well, I'll tell you what the hype was. It was the pretty visuals. Nothing on any other console had looked as good as what God of War did. You know what I mean? Like it's that simple. But then when you go back and play it now, the visuals are I don't know, man. Do they hold up that great? Exactly what Tara just said. Xbox doesn't make story games. They don't really have a lot of story games. I mean, dude, there's a lot of content and a lot of gameplay in them Xbox games. A lot more than PlayStation games. Oh yeah, man. Kana's a tough game, bro. Kana was a tough one. Xbox to make a new Gotham City Racer. They are failing to recapture that because let's face it, man. Like, how do you beat a game like Horizon Zero Dawn? Aloy was an incredible character in there. She had a cool freaking like coming of age story in that game. The second game just kind of felt like all right, well, where do we take this franchise now? Oh, I got an idea. Let's make a swirl cloud. Yeah, and AI robots and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I mean, like it just kind of went like a little bit weird, man. I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, it worked, but it wasn't like it was nowhere near as good as the first story. Or what was the other one? I mean, like the story for The Last of Us Part 2 really did work, but it really wasn't what a lot of people want. What do you really remember? I can't remember the matches I had in Halo Reach, but I still remember Nathan Drake waking up to a fallen train. Yeah. Like I said, man, the movie games, they do have good, cool set pieces. Like that, it's fine, man. If you love them, you love them, man. I want to play video games, man. I don't want to keep buying a PlayStation first party game to play through it once and then not play it again, man. Like that doesn't, I don't know, man. I buy a lot of games, so I can't really say that. I buy a lot of games and don't play it. You can play Miles Morales on PC now. Yeah, I already beat it on PC and uploaded a review for it. Like the Last of Us 2 story, but the gameplay was great. The gameplay in The Last of Us 2 was freaking really good. I probably will buy that on PC. I don't know if I'll buy The Last of Us remake on PC, but I will buy the second game from Aniba for half off. 2018 on Steam Deck. We'll buy Miles Morales when I'm done with it. Single player games can never die. Okay, I guess. I guess you're right. I mean, most of those games have single player missions in them too. That's why, Shaq, that's why Game Pass is so great. You don't have to buy the games anymore. You can just play them. And then if they shut down the servers, you're not out $70. You know what I mean? Like, or if PlayStation 6 doesn't include backward compatibility. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, dude. Xbox is doing everything they can to try to make Xbox like the PC platform where you can keep playing your games forever and your new hardware just makes it better, better and better. Um, Xbox is trying to do that. PlayStation doesn't care about that. They don't care about your investment in their freaking platform. They don't care. They just as soon sell you another box, sell you some more games, and have you forget about your old ones. Dude, I love Xbox for that. I don't let's just face it, dude. Exclusives are cool, but to me, it's never really been about the exclusives to a point where it's like, oh my god, yeah, I love freaking playing my games, man. Dawn of Ragnarok or God of War Ragnarok. I don't know. I'm gonna finish Dawn of Ragnarok tonight. I'm gonna play through that. I just didn't. I play my Assassin's Creed games a little bit differently. So I need to get in there and start doing that. I've explored the whole map and everything. Now I need to go do all the stuff. 10 years, a lot of single player games don't stay relevant after 10 days. I know. I know. I mean, yeah, that is pretty true. That is pretty true. You barely touch Game Pass Frog, but I commend those who do. The games I really want cost or are free to play. I did. I've actually been using Game Pass a lot more lately, especially for games like Plague Tale Requiem. I didn't buy that. I just played it on Game Pass. Um, I the single player narrative driven games, yeah, dude, those are perfect for Game Pass. I don't need to own that game because I'll play it and I'll never play it again. So I don't need to own it. Monster Hunter on Xbox, nice. I haven't beat Elden Ring yet. I am pretty much. I'm pretty much. It's not that I'm stuck. I need to go back and like do a lot more grinding to get past where I'm at. And I just haven't been able to do that multiplayer thing now. Yeah, they have some cool single player games, but those games feel lonely nowadays. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok is an extremely lonely experience. Very lonely. I started Requiem on Game Pass 2 on PC at like 110 frames a second, and it's okay. it drops all the way down to like, what is it, like 70 something frames up to like 100 or whatever. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If a story game relies on the story to be good, if the writers aren't up to snuff, it feels like a waste of time to some people. Capcom needs to free themselves from Nintendo and port Monster Hunter Rise to Xbox. Monster Hunter Rise, yeah, it definitely needs to go to more consoles than just the Nintendo for sure. Took a break from Elden Ring as well. I did get 50 hours out of it though. I've got over 80 hours in it. It was a very demanding game on PC. 1440p is hard to get above 60 unless you have a 3070 Ti or 3080 above. I'm hitting anywhere from like 74 to 100 frames a second on that game at 1440p. Trading in a Series S damn near broke my heart, but we all have to live and let learn. Yeah, man, I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, no, dude, yeah. I'm just like, all right, man, that's cool. Put 400 hours into Elden Ring. See, a lot of people like Elden Ring is an amazing game, man. Close to 200 hours in Elden Ring. DLSS on though. Yeah, DLSS on. Story of God of War, but I had no desire to do the side stuff. See, that's where I'm at, man. There was so much filler. If honestly, guys, if there wasn't so much filler in the main campaign for God of War, I probably would have stuck around longer and did more of that stuff. But I was already so bored through the middle of that game, and man, I feel like I feel like they should have fleshed that out. I feel like if they were going to let you just do the main campaign, it should have been like 10 hours. They didn't need any of that other filler stuff. They could have just cut all that stuff out and made that all side quests instead of instead of making you do side quests to beat the campaign, because that's what it felt like. It felt like filler stuff. If they would have just fixed the pacing of God of War Ragnarok, it would have been a much better experience for me, and I probably would have liked it more. But I hate feeling like I'm stuck in filler stuff. A lot of people have this problem. A lot of people have this problem with Assassin's Creed Origins, because they made it so you could like buy something to give you like a 50% boost or whatever. But the way I play Assassin's Creed games, I was never underpowered when I would go to do that other stuff. It's just weird, man. Like I was so excited about Origins, like exploring that map. I was like, yeah, this is great. I haven't tried native without DLSS. Do you think next year will be the opposite of this with a few PlayStation games and more first party? I feel like there is going to be less first party PlayStation 5 games, but they're still going to have third party games from Square Enix and everywhere else. So I do feel like PlayStation will still be able to deliver a consistent for a consistent exclusive drops throughout the year, but I feel like it's going to be a lot more. I feel like next year should be because Microsoft makes promises all the time that yeah, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. It should be a more consistent, equal freaking footing throughout next year when it comes to Xbox and PlayStation dropping games. Those puzzles, oh yeah, the puzzles in Ragnarok were so dumb. I checked my game hours recently. I got like 400. Oh dang, that's so good. All this talk about God of War and made me pick up Valhalla again. Valhalla is such a good game. Nothing against God of War, I do feel like Valhalla is a lot better game. I tried Origins soon as I seen all those map icons. I installed it. Yeah, and see, that's the thing, man. You say that these PlayStation first party games are such quality, but then you give up on a game like Valhalla or like Origins, which had a way better freaking story than like God of War Ragnarok. Origins had a good story. Origins had a really good story, man. I really love Bayek as a character, and it was a good story, man. Like it was a good story for an Assassin's Creed from a Ubisoft game. That was a dang good one. Late to the party, but I'm still here. Oh, Christopher, welcome back. But Ragnarok's supposed to be perfect with no negatives at all. Exactly. Ragnarok was supposed to be a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Dreamcast guy says. Shill Up says, this is the best game I ever played. You know what I mean? Like all of these shills out there saying that this game is a masterpiece. Like if it was a masterpiece, no question, I would have loved the game. No question. No freaking question, man. They are preparing gamers to buy boosters in the future games, skipping boring parts. Yeah, a lot of people had a problem with that with Ubisoft games. I never found it a problem because of the way I play Ubisoft games, but I could see them. I could, yeah, you know what I mean. Like most people are like, hey, gosh, they can't play them. AC Odyssey is my favorite game, Fabio. That is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. Like Odyssey is literally the best. I still have Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla installed. Yeah, I have all three installed too. Those won't come off my hard drive. Bayek definitely deserves another game, or at least another small one like this. I want him to do. I want him to do Aminet, like they're doing with whatchamacallit, this um Mirage, AC Mirage. I want him to do more small games like that. I want freaking Bayek's wife to get one, a story for her. And then Bayek definitely deserves another game. See people making their rounds about Evil West, saying it isn't so good. I quit playing it, Christopher. I quit playing Evil West. I played a little bit today, and I'm kind of over it. It's fine. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's basically God of War with freaking vampires and and cowboy vampires and cowboys. It's fine. It's fine. Even God of War Ragnarok is fine. I just don't see it being the masterpiece banger that everybody says it is. I don't know, man. I expect a banger to be a banger, a masterpiece. Like there should be no question when I play a game. If it's a banger or a masterpiece, there should be no question that that game is great. Who says 10 out of 10 for Ragnarok, still has Elden Ring as game of the year? Are they really shills or are they content creators like you? Every one of them still has Elden Ring as a game of the year. Well, yeah, Elden Ring's a much better game. Elden Ring reinvented a whole genre. God of War came out and basically was the same as the last one, just less epic. Now, don't worry. The Witcher 3 is going to come out here in a couple more weeks, and it's gonna, it's gonna freaking, it's gonna be even better, man. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I'm definitely looking forward to a third playthrough. I didn't drop Elden Ring. I'll be playing Elden Ring for a very long time. I've got 4 times more time in Elden Ring than I do in God of War Ragnarok. 4 times. I've got 80 hours in Elden Ring. I got 20 hours in God of War Ragnarok. How did I drop Elden Ring? I didn't drop it. I just got to a point that I'm not skilled enough to finish. I mean, if I could have dropped Elden Ring to an easy peasy mode, I probably would have. And I'd just get through the game so I could finish it. But no, man, it's gonna take me a while to get through it because my skills and Souls games aren't really that great. How is it a waste of time if I don't complete it? How's that a waste of time? Dude, I literally completed God of War Ragnarok and it felt like it was a waste of time. Like I felt more like I wasted my time on God of War Ragnarok than I ever will feel like I've wasted my time on Elden Ring. That doesn't make any sense, man. Just because like Sony games are easy to get through, man. They make them easy to get through. Like literally in The Last of Us 2, you can like slow aim your gun, bro, so you don't ever get hit. Like PlayStation games are made so easy to get through and give you all the easiness to get through their games. And before you start on with the, you gotta play God of War Ragnarok on give me God War. No, dude, that game is so frustratingly stupid at that. Like that's just no, that's so dumb. Like playing Elden Ring, man. Like you can feel like the challenge, and it feels good, and it feels fair. God of War Ragnarok, it just feels like a fumbled mess in the combat at harder difficulties. That it just it never feels good. It just feels like a sweat fest the whole freaking time. Like you don't even know what's going on, man. That's pretty much what I did with Ragnarok. I played it on normal and I got to a point where I was sick and tired of the freaking filler and I just wanted to get through the game so I could get through it. Grab that Moon Evil Katana. So I've been my build right now is a complete strength build. I went completely strength build, and like there's some bosses in here, man, that are like that they're hard to get close to. They're hard to get close to. I do plan on playing more Elden Ring, but dude, having this channel, I get so caught up in playing all this fodder like God of War that I don't know, man. I don't know. Nowadays, from all these consoles are trash. Pretty much. A lot of this third party or a lot of these AAA bangers are not doing that good. They're all more worried about like building out these visuals, and you can blame Sony for that. Sony is the one that's like trying to push the visuals so high on consoles that they pretty much get rid of everything that's good about games and just go for these movie story cinematic driven games. And a lot of the industry's following that. A lot of the industry's following that when we all just want a good game. And look at how many games are coming out. Like I've bought over 100 games this year, and I've finished probably 20 of them. I've bought over 100 games this year, and I've probably finished maybe 20 games. And that's frustrating, man. That's pretty frustrating. I would say in years past when I didn't have the channel, I probably I'd still buy, a pretty good amount of games, maybe like 50, 60 games. But I would finish the majority of those unless the game was just like uninteresting. Like I wouldn't do it. Like, I mean, I finished, gosh, what was it? Just Cause 4 in 1 year. I finished Assassin's Creed in 1 year. I finished all of the games in 2018. I finished all of them. Red Dead Redemption 2. I finished every single one of them games in 2018. And then 2019, I finished all of those games. Like I put so many hours into Death Stranding that it wasn't even funny. But now I'm finding it really hard to get let's talk about this for a second. That's why next year is going to be different. Next year is going to be different. I want to get back to where I'm buying the games and completing them. So I'm not saying there's going to be less content, but there is going to be, I'm going to finish more of the games that I buy, and I'm going to like, if I buy a game that I really want to get through, then I'm going to play through that game before and I'll make content on it the whole time I'm playing it. So you might start getting a lot of content about one game for a longer period of time. Like I'm doing with God of War. Like God of War Ragnarok, not only did it disappoint me in freaking like the game and the story itself and all of that stuff, but it disappointed me because I wanted to love that game and I wanted to play it and I wanted to get into it and I wanted to put enough I wanted to put content out on that game because I wanted, I don't know, man. I wanted that to be the best send off for the PlayStation 4, but it just kind of fell flat for me. Naughty Dog, so good with Uncharted. Now everybody wants a piece of the pie. Exactly. Dropped Returnal after my first death. I'd rather get challenged in multiplayer by AI. So you just can't beat hard games. Me either. I'm playing on balance. I can beat hard games. I mean, I beat Dark Souls. I beat Dark Souls 3. I beat Bloodborne. Bloodborne's the first one I beat. And I like that challenge, but I have to be in like a mood to really push myself. And sometimes I'm tired from work. I got a family. I've got this channel, sometimes I just can't invest. Sometimes I just can't invest that time. But I mean, me and Delusions of Grandeur, we put 20 plus hours into Elden Ring together. And that experience playing that game together with somebody else was incredible, like literally incredible. God of War felt so lonely, so freaking boring compared to what we played. Me and Delusions of Grandeur, we put literally 20 hours into that game. And that's the time it took to beat God of War, man. I don't hate God of War Ragnarok. Like, I want to stress that, guys. I don't hate the game. It just didn't hit me, and I will probably never replay through that game again. So it's frustrating. You know what I mean? Because I wanted it to be different. There was a lot of leaks and everything going around about the game, like just kind of messing things up. Just buy the games you want to play. That's the biggest thing YouTubers fail to do. Play what you want instead of following what's popular. You know, for the most part, Daddy's Boys, I only cover the games that look interesting to me. I really do. I only cover those. But let's face it, man. Evil West. Let's talk about Evil West. People were seeing gameplay for that. We were all getting pretty excited for Evil West, weren't we? Evil West launched. Oh man, I, should I really play through that game? Is it a waste of my time? Like, it feels like. I mean, like it's all right. It's not terrible, but that's time that I could be. That's time I can never get back. That's time that I could be investing in something else, man. I played enough of it to know that I just don't. I'm just not. I'm just not feeling it like I should be. I'll play God of War on Game Pass. Oh, I don't know, man. I do buy a lot. I do get interested in a lot of games, and I do buy them, and then I find out really quickly if I'm gonna play the game or not. Like Asterigos, that game looked super interesting. I played. Let me see, because I've been playing that one on PC. Let me see how far into that one I've gotten. I played a little bit on the. I've got 110 minutes into that game. 110 minutes, and I just I'm losing interest in it. I'm losing interest in it. Avowed coming out hopefully someday. Xbox can really step up next year. I mean, I'm kind of glad, honestly, guys, that Xbox didn't have a lot of games come out this year because it was already pretty hectic for a lot of the year. It was already pretty hectic, man. West does look like God of War. So if you play God of War first, you're not. Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm just not in the mood to go through another freaking God of War type game, man. Souls was great, but it's really the easiest Souls on the PS3. Demon Souls, man, I bought that on PS5. I just, haven't really sat down to play through that. I don't know. I guess maybe I didn't really care for the structure of that one. I don't know what it is about that one. I'm not glad at all because Xbox is looking like they're like they quit on making great AAA games this year. I want Evil West. However, if I can't bring myself to beat Ragnarok, then I sure won't get through Evil West. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like literally, it feels like it was like, dude, the camera's the same, the dodge button's the same. It really, literally feels like you're just playing that same game again, man. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I know I need to just stop making content on God of War Ragnarok. I need to just let it go. Accept the fact that it's never going to. Good evening, Andy. How you doing, man? It's going good. You get yourself some God of War with that PS5? We could see them in the background. One of your last videos. Just that you'd want to know. Oh, I know. I proof watched it, and I told her, I was like, "Sorry, mom, you're gonna be in the freaking picture." Okay, God of War wasn't for you. Time to move on to the next game. Yeah, I'm moving on. Life is on the way. See, I'm going to be honest with you right now. High on Life, it looks cool, but it doesn't look interesting to me. So I probably won't play it. It looks cool, and I hope people are excited about it, but I'm probably not going to be spending any time on it. Sorry, guys. Maybe I'll download it and try it, but it doesn't look interesting enough to me to like. There's other stuff that I want to play over that. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. Don't hate me, guys. Don't hate me. I just don't really. I'm not feeling the. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Camera on the games. I think we need to start a movement to get the FOV options for third-person games. I wish I could pull the camera out on Ragnarok and Forbidden West. See, Shaq, that's the thing, man. On Horizon Forbidden West or Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, you can pull your freaking camera all the way back. Spider-Man, all the way back. God of War, you can put it in 21:9 and it makes the picture wider, so you can so it gives you a little bit more view to where you can kind of plan your combat a little bit better. And that really it does. It makes the God of War a little bit better on the PC version. Yes, we do need FOV sliders in these third person games. We need to be able to do that. I did, yes, and sorry to say I'm enjoying it. No, Andy, don't let me influence you, man. If you're enjoying the game, enjoy the game. This is a this is just, me having a support group because yeah, dude, I'm frustrated with it. I'm frustrated with it. I'm frustrated with gaming right now. I know, and I'm jealous of the camera options of PC. Buy a PC. Buy a PC, Shaq. Then you'll see what real quality is. You think that's quality? Every game is quality. Every game is PlayStation quality, bro. Every single one of them is PlayStation quality. I'm loving God of War, playing it right now. Nice. Yeah, I tried to play a little bit today and I just couldn't do it. I tried, man. I'm trying to do all the side stuff that you guys are telling me. This is so great. It makes the game so much better. I'm trying to do it. I went back to Vanaheim and oh boy. Feel ashamed because you like or dislike a game. Well, I do because a lot of people like this game, and I don't know. I don't see why it's not. I don't understand why it didn't hit me like it's hitting everybody else. Like I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. I didn't buy God of War going into it thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna hate this game just because I'm gonna hate it. Like I seriously did not go into the game feeling like that. I'd stayed up late the night it came out so that I could play that first hour, and then put out a first impressions video of it. And like everything I played in that first hour and a half really set the stage for the rest of the game, how it was going to go for me. And it just, when I got to Thor and it just felt so reused and flat and just didn't hit as hard as the first one, that like did something to my brain in my mind, and the rest of the game, like it just did not freaking. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have just been able to sit down with it for 5 hours straight without doing any of that. And maybe my ideas, maybe it would have been a little bit different, but I played that and it felt sluggish and it didn't feel great. And I just felt like, oh man. So it started frustrating me. And so like, then I had to go to work, and then I had to work all day thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And then when I got off work on Friday or on the next day, and I was able to put in a little bit more time into it, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe if I would have played it in longer sessions instead of having to play a couple hours here, a couple hours there, up till Friday, so that I could actually play through the game, maybe it would have been a better experience for me. Maybe it would have been different, but I'm not going to sit back and replay through the game, guys. It's the story that holds it well together for me, but the game is gorgeous and the combat is fun in hard mode. Jerry is, see, I don't know. I must admit, PS5 console feels more next gen than the Series X. Ooh. What feels more next gen about it? My backlog is ridiculous. Don't have time for the new game. Oh, my coworker, who is a Sony fanboy, says God of War Ragnarok is boring, but still says Xbox is on the bottom. Sony is not true. Is he delusional? If you want to be completely on, I mean, like, think about it this way, Tyler. Yeah, PlayStation is clearly on top. PlayStation clearly has higher rated games. PlayStation clearly has um better visuals in a lot of cases, but then if you look at something like Gears of War 5, you're just like, wait a minute, man, like it's not that much better, but obviously there's a lot of things about the PlayStation that do seem more premium. So yeah, like there's obviously enough actual physical proof that you could look at clearly by looking at PlayStation and Xbox games. Like you can clearly see it with your own eyes that yeah, PlayStation seems to be more of a um, superior developer when they're putting these games together. But then it's not the PlayStation console itself; it's the actual developers, the teams, the studios that are better suited for this stuff. They've got better backing. Like Sony owns like movie industry stuff too, so they get a lot of help from there. It's Sony's got better developers. I think Playground Games and the Coalition are Xbox's top of the line developers. They are their top of the line developers. Some of the other studios that they got, we'll see when they put their games out. We all know Bethesda's pretty good, but let's face it, Bethesda games, kind of look a little bit. I'm not going to say dated, but they don't evolve as much as like the PlayStation first party game studios do. But I mean, dude, I didn't start this channel to be negative about PlayStation. I really didn't. I do love PlayStation. It's not bad, but oh man, I wanted Kratos to die. It's probably why I didn't enjoy it. No, it's play Xbox makes a certain type of game. Okay, they their ecosystem and everything is built around that multiplayer experience, where PlayStation is built around that single player experience. People that migrate toward PlayStation are into that single player stuff. I used to be that way too, man. I didn't really care for multiplayer stuff like that, so I would just sit there and play my games at my own pace and do my own thing. And it's two competing ecosystems for your time and you know what I mean? Like it just Xbox is a different. Didn't hit me either. Fishbowl, God of the War. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Uh it just yeah, that game did not. God of War Ragnarok did not hit as hard as 2018. For me, seems like Santa Monica should have made an RPG. Sony doesn't have any RPGs. You know what? That would have probably been better. It would have felt more epic. No way PS5 is better than Series X. Yeah, there's no way that it's better, but I think Andy, my friend, you are suffering from honeymoon. No, I'm just joking. The honeymoon phase. Well, so here's the thing, Andy. When you turn on your PlayStation 5 and you get into that menu on the 4K screen, like it does, it looks all sharp and crisp and like the HDR and all that stuff. Xbox doesn't have that. So automatically you're going into it feeling like, oh yeah, this is nice. This looks great. Because let's face it, dude. Yeah, the PlayStation on a 4K screen, the PlayStation 5 loading screen, the UI does look like a lot sharper, a lot cleaner. Um, they lay out the layout is a big improvement from PS4. Oh yeah, definitely way better than PS4 Pro. I do like it now. When it first came out, though, it wasn't as good as what it is now. It has evolved and gotten better. Burning all the bridges right now. Xbox is for casual. PS5. No, I would think that you think you got it backwards. I think okay. You want to know why I know that's not a true thing? When I played the Modern Warfare um beta on the PlayStation 5, man, I was getting a lot of kills and it was real. I was feeling a little, but right when I started playing the Xbox One, oh boy, man. Oh boy, the challenge was way greater. Microsoft is eating up market shares. Sony should be very concerned. Hardcore crying, emotional cinematics. Yeah, I feel Sony has done a better job showcasing their hardware. They have. They have. Their first party studios are top notch. That's the thing though. You go look at any other third party games and like you're not gonna feel like, oh, the PlayStation 5 is better. First party Sony games, they do a very good job at nipping and tucking and hiding all that stuff that other developers don't have that sweet Call of Duty money to hide. So yeah, if you're playing Sony first party games on your PlayStation 5, you're going to be like, oh gosh, this is so good and it's high quality and it feels blah blah blah. Like I get that. Like I get that. It's just the truth. I mean, yeah, dude, I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, Obsidian's probably, yeah, Obsidian's pretty good, but let's face it, dude, a lot of these studios that Xbox bought, they're not really on the Sony Santa Monica freaking level. They're not on the Naughty Dog level. They're not on the freaking, they're good. They're good studios and they make good, compelling, fun games that need to be played and should be played. But let's face it, man. If you want a studio at the top of their game, that's Insomniac. That's Sony Santa Monica. That's freaking Naughty Dog, man. Those are the studios that are like they're at the top of their game. Call it Infinity Ward. They're at the top of their game, man. There's a lot of these studios that got that are just, they're good. As far as first party goes, PlayStation has done a better job showcasing their hardware. It's what I think. I feel like that's a true statement, Terry. Like I feel like that's a true statement. But when it comes down to it, though, when it comes down to it, like here's the thing, man. Xbox is going to shoot for like a 4K. Xbox is going to shoot for like a 4K, 60 frames per second. PlayStation, they're going to shoot for the 30 frames a second cinematic mode and 40 FPS and whatever else, and get you like a 60 FPS mode. The next gen games are going to be a lot different, man. Crazy, but I love Crackdown 3 and Rise of Son of Rome. And I think Xbox is better. I think the Xbox is a lot better. I mean, honestly, if you look at third party games on the PlayStation 5 and comparing to the Series X like I have, Xbox wins every single freaking time, man. Xbox completely trounces the PlayStation 5 in those third party games like a lot, man. And it happens. Like it's pretty brutal on some of them beat downs, man. But the first party games that PlayStation puts out, they're highly crafted and they're really good at like hiding all that stuff that like other developers just they don't put that much effort into hiding. You know what I mean? Like PlayStation first party games, they hide a lot of stuff so you don't see it. I have both, and if it weren't for Neo Collection, I wouldn't even turn my PS5 on at all. I know that Neo Collection is freaking nuts, man. I am thinking about getting an Elden Lord Raiden. I probably will. PlayStation has more players, so in turn you get more noobs. That's why I play Apex on PlayStation. You guys remember that one pony who said he would delete his Twitter if Pentiment got higher than a 3% completion rate in the past. Of course, he just got mad and refused to do it. Yeah. Ghostwire Tokyo. I enjoyed that game I really enjoyed Ghostwire Tokyo on PC. On PC, it was incredible. I loved it. When I played it on PlayStation 5, man, I couldn't do it, man. It just didn't feel right on the PC, man. Wow, incredible game. The games are coming for Xbox, but the big AAA Sony type games won't be at Xbox till like 2024. I don't think they're going to come to. I don't think they're going to come to. I don't know if Xbox is really going to try to compete like that, guys. I don't know. Like I don't expect that from Xbox. So my You know what I mean? Like, I just don't expect that from Xbox, and to put your hopes and wishes and dreams into that, I don't know, man. Like, you might get let down. Make a movie game. You're right, Matthews. Are they really that good? Well, obviously they make their games look freaking pretty. And they are memorable, man. Like Uncharted 4, like I love that game, man. I loved Uncharted 4. Callisto Protocol on PS5. Nice. I mean, yeah, that game will probably be parody. Third person narrative games. No, I'm buying Callisto Protocol on the PC. I've already made my decision on that one. Narrative driven games, they don't do anything. I know exactly. I know you're trolling, but they dropped Grounded, which is an awesome game. Pediment is really one of those good games. I don't know, man. I can you can go back and see Ninja Theory when they had when they had a AAA budget with Devil May Cry. You can go back and you can see that game and you can see that like they can obviously do something that's worth playing. So I have faith in Ninja Theory. I just hope they're getting a what's up, Polly Bubba? How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm getting Callisto Protocol. I'm buying that on PC though. Callisto Protocol is going to be a PC game for me. Sorry, guys. Sorry, sad face. What is your drink of choice? Jaeger. I'll drink that when I need to calm my nerves. Twitch, funnily enough, competition for players. Why has no one called out God of War Ragnarok yet for being just a reskin of 2018? I think pretty much everybody said that, bro. I think pretty much every review said it is pretty much a PS4 game. I really, Chris, I feel like everybody did say that. 13% on Steam. What do you mean? Oh, Callisto Protocol, dude, is only 60 bucks on Steam, man. Gotham Knights is a good game. Run the game better than PlayStation. The best console. Ray tracing more. Ninja Theory also made Enslaved Odyssey to the West, very underrated PS3 era. Yeah, I did try that on the PlayStation 3. Probably run really, really well on a Radeon 7900 XTX. They have a partnership with AMD, ray trace lighting, and or shadows, I think. Yeah, I mean, I love Jaeger. Yeah, I just drink it. I don't put anything in my Jaeger. Straight Jaeger. Whoa, I don't make Jägermeister for this guy. Makes me stick to my. I know. I drink it rarely. Rarely. I don't drink a lot, but when I do, I take a couple shots. Mint candy. I love it, man. Jägermeister's so good. As long as you don't overdo it, it's usually pretty good, man. Every now and then I'll get like some rock stars or some Red Bulls and do like some Jaeger bombs. I used to drink Jaeger a lot. I just feel like Xbox is going to do a pretty good games this generation, but I don't know if they're ever going to freaking I don't know if they're ever really going to hit or exceed what PlayStation first party games are going to do, guys. Like I don't that's not a bad thing. It's just like you bought an Xbox because you want to play Xbox games. I'll tell you what, honestly, I am more excited for what Xbox has, for what they've announced, for what they're building, than I am for what PlayStation has announced and is building. Like Spider-Man 2, I'm really like right now, I'm really feeling like, oh gosh, man, should I just wait for that to come to PC because I know it will be a better experience? Or should I buy it on the PlayStation 5 and play it a year sooner? Like, I don't know, man. I don't like the fact that PlayStation won't just put their first party games on PC day and date. I would really like that. Think about the next Coalition game on UE5. I think there's going to be some good competition this generation. I feel like PlayStation, definitely had a lot more PlayStation 4 games to get out. They got them out, so hopefully they can move on over to PlayStation 5 only games. Because yeah, dude, I want to see some next gen games, man. I think I'm just getting a little burnout on these cross gen games, guys. I feel like I'm just getting a little burnout. Anybody else feeling that way? Anybody else feeling like you're just getting burnt out on last gen games? Like you want to see something new, you want to see something exciting, man? Like that's how I'm feeling. Middle 2023 will show the power of the Series X and S. Rip Xbox One. If you're looking to be ripped off, constantly paying more for less, PS5 is for you. Demand more. I do. I wanted Ragnarok to be a bigger experience. I did. Update Quantum Break to 60. Just play it on the PC, man. And the generation is one. Quantum Break is freaking a pretty good game, man. We still got some good stuff coming from, like, I think we got some good games coming this generation. We're almost over that hump. Yeah, I think it does run at 60, doesn't it? Or next or last. If the game is good, it's good. In my opinion, I judge each game on its own merits. Don't expect better visuals than Uncharted 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2. My next gen only expectations are just performance. I'm good with today's graphics. I don't know. I mean, technically, if like games just look like this and had better freaking performance, I guess that'd be fine. I don't know. I want to see some cooler looking graphics though. Everything happens on Xbox, man. You just got to have Game Pass. You got to play a lot of games. As my good buddy Shaq Fu would say, you just got to enjoy your fodder. Fodder's good. I have no doubt that Xbox is going to make some amazing games. Yeah, bro, I'm feeling the same way. None of these games felt to me next gen. It's terrible. These systems have been out for 2 years and none of them have. Yeah. It's getting pretty bad, man. Loving a sequel. Quantum Break. Yeah. Control, Quantum sequel. We are getting a Control sequel. Control 2 is in the works. 505 games, it was announced. So we are getting a Control 2, which is awesome because I love Control. I think that game is incredible. So playing my Xbox this year, Microsoft bought so many great games into the Game Pass. Honda's and Sony's partnership were to compete with Tesla's self-driving Honda with PS5 built in. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't spend enough time in my car to want a PS5 in my car, guys. I just don't. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 is supposed to be coming out this year. See what they do with Control Part 2. Control Part 2 is going to be awesome. What's up? What's up, old man? Koiz, how you doing, man? Oh, all right, my friends. Well, for the rest of this weekend, I am going to be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dawn of Ragnarok. I'm going to try to get through that and then give you my review on that because I want to see how that goes. I want to see how Ragnarok is handled on freaking Assassin's Creed. PS5 for Sony exclusives, also Silent Hill 2, plus my mate at work sent me a Turkish account, so cheap games are PlayStation Premium. Nice. All these new games still playing Ark Survival Evolved for the last 7 years. I know. I'm playing the same. Nice. AC Valhalla for the rest of the weekend. Yeah, I'm going to try to get through Valhalla's Dawn of Ragnarok. That's the only DLC I haven't completed yet. But I need to get through it, man. I think I've spent enough time wading through fodder. It's time to finish my best game. And you see if your Honda car, yeah. I really do like Assassin's Creed games. I really do not like Assassin's Creed games anymore. It's a lot of microtransactions and a lot of grind. I miss playing Assassin's Creed 2. Get Forspoken on PCs so I can compare. I will. I am buying Forspoken on the PC, dude. I'm not even gonna try to play around with that on the PS5, man. I after hearing everybody that did the preview of it talking about performance, yeah, I'm just gonna do PC. December Land of the Way. I'm looking forward to High on Life next month. Nice. All right, my friends. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna play some Assassin's Creed. Hopefully, I can get through that today. Oh, we'll see you guys in the next one. Quantum Break is a great game, man. It was one of the games that I played on the Xbox One, man. I thought it was great. All right, my friends, you guys have a good day. See you next time. You be safe as well. And enjoy your holiday. See you guys.